bottom boys, bottom boys, bottom boys, bottom boys, getting to the bottom of the bottom boys, bottom boys.
Slice of cheese and a string of cheese and a cottage of cheese and a bunch of cheese. I got a pearl of cheese and a stick of cheese and a cube of cheese and all of this
bottom boys,
cheese.
bottom boys, bottom boys,
The
the bottom boys. Oh, with the bottom boys.
Cast cheese. Hey, what up? That was pretty good. Yeah. I like it. So we're back. It's the Bottom Boys. I'm your Snake Daddy, your Cheeseburger Princess, your shit poster, Supreme Matt Keck. Alongside me is the light of my life,
Paul, lactose tolerant shield.
Ooh, he's tolerating the lactose today.
I'm tolerating the shit of it.
And back again, our old friend Dell. What's up, Dell? How you doing?
Very well. I'm doing fantastic.
We were talking about things we could make lists of, and there was a whole list of things, and one of the ones Paul put on there was cheese, and I said maybe we should cut the cheese, but it turns out that made us think about Dell.
Yeah, if anybody knows cheese, if anybody's old and crusty, it's Dell.
Well played.
Oh man.
So we had our show since the last
we did.
cast.
It went really well.
And 9 degrees.
One of our better shows,
And
actually, if not our best.
Yeah, people showed out. It was a good time. Jake did great. Mick did great. I don't think anything fell too flat.
Really good crowd.
Yeah, great crowd.
The crowd was very receptive and everything.
They were
a lot of people.
They were very willing to let us be our regular stupid selves, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything to plug yet. Our next show is going to be 3/8. Don't have a whole lot of other details other than we'll be back at the Rhino. So when the link's ready, we'll spam that thing out there. Until then.
You didn't bring the game. That's okay. We got these jackets.
Oh, yeah, no, I did not bring any games, but do check out our TikTok shop. We make commission off that, and we did get these sweet jackets, right?
Yeah, these sweet tracksuits.
Yeah, I mean, I was walking through Cargo Largo, and I saw these tracksuits, and I thought, you know who those are for? Me and Paul. They made those very specifically for us. Right? This is exactly, when I dream, this is what I wear.
Did you notice this? This zipper
that goes to nowhere.
There's nothing.
It's
there.
literally
you can't even put your finger in there.
You can't even tickle your nipple. It doesn't even line up with the nipple.
It's one of them kid things that they have.
I thought it could be like a fetish thing. It's not. Yeah. It is. It's a fidget. This is our. Yeah. I'm just gonna sit there in meetings and.
How you doing on your
Resolutions. So I made the video that tagged the Wrestlers. No one has responded to that. So I do need to get. I got to get more direct. You were right from the beginning. I'm going to DM some people. I'm going to get put through a table. I think I can make that happen Q1.
What are you talking about?
So we made resolutions.
I didn't.
And so I want to get put through a table by a wrestler this year.
Oh.
And I think I can make it happen. I'm going to start DMing some of these local guys and be like, hey.
A local.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah, totally. Don't need to go big. Don't need to go big. I'm not going to overestimate myself, but a local guy, he'll put me through a table.
Roman to do it.
I can take Schlubs McGee from Kansas City. It doesn't matter who it is.
I think
I'll put him over.
You'll get it
done. I'll put you over, wrestlers. Don't you worry. Pin me to the mat. 1, 2, 3. I'll do the job.
If I had a ring, I'd do it to you.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Maybe that's what's going to end up happening. I'll just buy a wrestling ring and put it in my backyard. How are your resolutions going?
Well, I started on that Duolingo.
Yeah.
And
And how's that going for you?
Well, I quit the Duolingo.
Yeah. Why'd you quit?
The first lessons I had were El Nino. Was like the boy.
The boy.
Yeah, the
and,
boy.
And La Nina, which is like the girl. And I went to my friend, and it was like, my Spanish-speaking friend, it was like, why are there 2 words for the?
Seems inefficient.
Yeah, that seems inefficient. And he says one's for the male and one's for the female. And I go, well, what if I want to just say, like, the goat?
Yeah.
And then you know what he says?
What did he tell you?
He says, is it a boy or a girl goat? So then I'm like, fuck this.
Right.
If I gotta sex a goat to learn Spanish, not doing it.
The Lo siento. Yo no
Not
sé.
doing it.
It's the only thing weird about the language. Spanish language is actually very simple, except for that one thing.
Yeah, totally. I
It
mean,
makes it so difficult.
they just like all of the words like they just got divorced a long time ago, and they got split,
right.
and they each get half the language.
Yeah.
And also, in regards to the goat thing, if one of you guys
Yeah.
fucking mention
A goat?
goat cheese
Oh yeah.
on any of your lists, I am going to lose my shit.
Don't
I will
worry.
Flip this fucking table.
Hold on.
I will flip this fucking table.
I feel like goat cheese is potentially the worst of the cheeses, so I'm excited if it shows up.
You know how I feel about goats.
You know how I feel about foot cheeses. I'm all in on a
used to
hatred
have
of
a
goat
goat.
cheese. He had so many goats.
You're a
Yeah.
goat lover.
It's for another.
Yeah, he's a goat exister. He existed with goats.
Yes.
So, Del, I remember. So I've known you for a long time, since college, even.
Oh wow! So like what? 80s, 70s? When was this?
It was in the early 90s.
1994,
Early 90s.
3.
Oh,
Something
okay.
like that,
So Full House was still on the
Yeah,
air.
yeah, it was. Saved by the Bell was there. Yeah, and but back then, something you've become known for is wearing these newsy hats that you're
yeah.
wearing.
I do love the
I
hat.
do.
But you never wore them back then.
Oh, no.
I was wondering what happened there.
I had hair.
Oh,
yeah.
I had hair back
you did
then.
you had a lot of hair, if I remember correctly.
I had a lot of hair.
Yeah.
I had it done really nice, and I had a little flip.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had a lot of hair, and then around 28 years old,
That's when it hits, huh?
it became, it started to change. And then by the time I was in my 30s, I had decided that I loved hats.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
It's
That's
it's
why.
really weird
Yeah,
how
it's
that
how-
happened.
You
Yeah.
say you love hats, yeah, but
When
this
you-
is the hat you chose.
This is the hat
So
I
I'm
chose.
wondering-
This,
It's pretty iconic,
Hey,
right?
this is this is the hat that
It is
my
iconic.
wife bought for me for Christmas.
Yeah.
So let's not
It's
shit on it.
iconic.
I love
If I
it.
need a ride somewhere,
Or a
I can
newspaper.
hail you
Oh, yeah,
down.
or a newspaper in the afternoon. You need to know what's happened throughout the day.
Or you need to know what club to use on hole 3.
That's right, Beggar Vance.
Right.
At what point do you give up and go hat?
That's I think the difficult decision.
Yeah, I feel like it is.
There's-
Because I mean, some people just power through. Like Hulk Hogan's just out there looking like a hot dog with a little
Did you-
mustache.
He
He
Are
goes
ever-
with the
strapped on it.
bandana, though.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a
That's
point?
true. He does bandana.
He doesn't
That's
do the
smart.
hats.
Oh,
He
yeah,
goes
you should
bandana.
have a bandana.
He's
Del.
like the guy.
You would look
the lead,
good in a bandana.
The lead guy for Poison,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
He does the bandana.
Brett
Yeah.
Michael.
If you ever see a guy in his late 30s, 40s wearing a bandana like that, they are trying to be cool, but they're hiding something.
They're trying to be cool by hiding what's not cool, right?
That's true. That's true.
Or you're like a Crip or a Blood or something, right?
Ooh, yeah, yeah, totally.
Are you a
true.
Crip?
I am not a Crip.
You're not.
That's not what you're
I am
doing,
not
bandana.
affiliated.
You could do a reverse bandana and just have it like it's supposed to be.
See, I used to wear bandanas.
mouth.
This is the weird thing about bandanas,
rob
that I used to
banks.
wear bandanas when I played basketball to keep the hair out of my eyes.
Oh, and so now a bandana is just PTSD.
Oh man.
Now I'm like, well, there's no reason for this outside of to keep the sweat out of my eyes when I play basketball.
Yeah.
So now I just go with the headband.
Headband's all you need.
you ever
Yeah.
gonna go straight bald and just shave it? And
I
not wear a
am
hat,
so
maybe?
afraid
Yeah.
of the shape of my head.
Me too.
You know what I mean? I'm afraid that I know that I got hit in the head with a brick
Oh shit.
when I was a kid, and I can still feel.
I knew there was something that happened.
Home Alone 2
I have,
type shit.
I think that I might have a weird divot in my skull.
Brick.
What is wrong? This is my second friend who's been hit in the head with a brick.
Listen. If you ever take your fingers and just push on your skull,
Yeah, I do that to
it
babies.
doesn't hurt.
No, I'm kidding.
It doesn't
I don't.
hurt, right?
Yeah.
But in that spot, it's like the soft spot on a baby's head. It hurts if I push on it.
Ooh.
Still.
So
And-
it like
you got a
feels
soft
kinda
spot on
soft
your
like
head.
that?
yes.
Oh God,
Yes, I have a hole in my head.
that's scary.
Now,
man.
the worst thing is that when it happened, my father, we were going on a fishing trip. And we're going on this long fishing trip. It was going to be hours and hours and hours,
Yeah,
all day
yeah.
long, you know. And we were behind a gas station, and me and my brothers were throwing bricks at each other.
As one does.
As children do.
Are you the Mario Brothers?
You
have the same hat.
My brother hit me on top of the head
Mario.
with a brick, came down on me. I mean, the point just cracked me, and I just bled. You know how?
Yeah.
I know how.
Those
I know how blood happens.
I mean, this thing just covered me down the side of my face. And my dad, got a towel, put it over it, and all that.
Jesus.
And then, of course, you do what you do back then. You just went fishing.
Oh, well, yeah.
You just continue.
Put a little dirt on it.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't take me to the hospital.
Put a little dirt on it.
No. I know. I'm feeling it now. I'm like, I had a fractured skull.
For sure.
And he decided, well, we already bought the worms.
The fish are biting.
So they're just going to go to waste if I don't. So we went ahead.
You going to not eat fish tonight?
Yeah. Exactly.
You're just going to eat worms.
Yeah.
If you don't.
Exactly. So I'm a little bit afraid of if I shave it all, what that area is going to look like.
Yeah.
It's going to look like I was hitting the head with a brick.
I feel like we could make like a really cool horror movie where there was like, that's the reveal at the end. The person shaves their head and then it's like monstrous.
You see, and
Also,
also
like tap into your fears and make it a
horror movie of all time.
And not a great one.
It's just Del
which
walking
would be a
through.
lot.
And then he shaves his head at the end.
And it spits bricks.
Been there all the time. Been there the whole time. But also, I can't really grow facial hair.
Yeah, I feel that.
And I feel like guys look better when they're bald if they have a goatee or something.
Stone Cold, right?
Right.
Goldberg.
A goatee or not a mustache.
No.
Never only a mustache.
That's a 70s porn star. Bald guy with just a mustache.
Situation, never only a...
Sorry to Dax Harwood,
but since my facial hair is so terrible, I can't balance out the no hair. So
So hat.
I still take it all the way down. I mean, I take it pretty low. But yeah, so I've just decided...
I like that.
I like hats.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I wish I could wear hats. I think you're the only one at the table who can wear a hat.
You have a hat on.
Oh, okay. So I have a beanie on. But I can only wear the type of hats you can stretch over an enormous watermelon. Like
See,
a
you
condom.
and Paul.
Yeah, I can't buy a store-bought hat.
My wife Amy has a big head.
I have a giant head. I look like
You
the
do,
kid
yeah.
from Up if I wear a like a baseball cap. It's friggin'.
Try that.
I look like
will
the
not
kid
even
from
fit
Up.
on my
This
head.
is
It's not
stretchy,
going to fit
too.
on my head though.
This is like
It's got that elastic.
this is like one
it's a
size
stretchy
fits
even.
all.
I can't
Let
even.
me try.
A bucket hat just sits on the top of my head.
How's it look?
Great.
It looks
You
very
look
small.
So good.
It looks very small.
You should
Oh my
start
God,
wearing
Del,
those
I
all
did
the
not
time.
realize that your head looked like that.
Yeah,
Put that back on.
Yeah, put that's who I am. Now we understand why I wear hats.
So today we got here to talk about the cheese, and we're gonna tell you what the best cheese there is. Now we each got 5 cheeses. We're gonna do our regular list. We're gonna rank them. We're gonna talk about how good all them cheeses is. That being said, I have a thing. I'm gonna let everyone know my bias up front. I ain't that big of a cheese guy. I mean, I like cheese on stuff.
Yes.
But I am so American when it comes to cheese.
Yes.
Like, European countries, turn this off. If you're from Europe right now, turn this podcast off. You're about to be so mad. You're going to be so mad at the cheeses I picked because nothing that tastes like a foot. There's no mold. If your cheese could be mistaken for a hobbit's foot, I don't fucking want it. That's what I'm saying. So you're going to hate this.
Exactly.
My cheeses you're gonna love.
Yeah, stick
I'm
around
not
for
a
Paul's
big cheese
cheeses.
fan either.
You're not?
Well, I mean, I just don't eat a lot of different cheeses, but
I eat.
I
Yeah,
got
I
some
have
good ones on the list. And if you're a cheese connoisseur, you're gonna be like, this guy won.
Paul's gonna win
guy
this.
won
I'm not
cheeses.
gonna win because literally my number 5, I've picked it just because I like to say it like a pirate. My number 5 cheese is Havarti. I love Havarti cheese.
I've never heard of Havarti
I hadn't
cheese.
until recently. It's actually pretty good. It's got little like holes in it, kind of like Swiss, but it comes. I use it in slices. It's kind of cheddary. It's got a little creaminess to it, but you can find it at the
Why
stores
does it
now.
have to have holes?
I don't know.
Why do you pick cheeses with holes?
You know,
you get less of the cheese.
That's a good point.
It's like eating a White Castle.
That's a great point. You do
get holes in your
Yeah, why
burger.
do they put holes in it? That's
as
dumb.
little
get
as
less-
it is, then you
so
put
you get
holes in
less.
it.
Yeah,
hamburger,
that's booty. It's not a fucking
Yeah.
donut. It's a cheeseburger. Damn.
You're gonna
Yeah.
discount that with all the holes?
Yeah. What do I get? Do I get?
Yeah.
Do I get 6% off
Yeah.
since you took
You don't buy a shirt
6% of
with
my
holes.
fucking patty?
Except one in your head.
Damn, Havarti. We're putting you to your paces right now. Fix the holes. Fix your holes, Harvarty. Fix
Number
them.
5 is Harvarty.
Harvarty. Just like Parvati. Harvarty. I just love saying things like a pirate, apparently.
It's a solid reason.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun.
Yeah.
Have you had it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I eat it all the time. And that's why I
okay.
say it like that all the time. Amber gets it. I put it on sandwiches. It's good. And I just, every time I pull it out, I'm like, Harvarty. Every single time I turn into fucking the beginning of SpongeBob.
Well, can't you say them all?
Like a pirate?
Well, they
sure.
have to have ours.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
Cheddar. You could do cheddar. Cheddar. Parmesan. Yeah, there's quite a few.
There's quite a few, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah. Colby Jack. That sounds more like you're saying the name of another pirate than it sounds like a. I crossed paths with Colby Jack.
He's made friends with Davy's Locker.
Old Monterey Jack's son.
Exactly.
His son Pepper, I swear, gonna be the most dangerous.
Why are there so many cheeses with the word Jack in them?
I think Jack is the type of cheese, and they're mixing it with others. I think Colby's a different cheese, and you mix it with Jack, and Monterey's a cheese, and you mix it with Jack, and then Pepper is just
so
peppers
Jack is
and
a
Jack.
cheese.
I think so.
Yeah, you guys are shitting on my list right now.
Are we saying all your cheeses? Sorry,
all mine are Jacks.
I love
I'm
Jacks.
I'm kidding.
I love the Jacks.
They're not Jacks.
Okay, go ahead,
Mine are
pal.
good.
Who's your number 5? Who's your number 5?
My number 5?
I've pirated enough cheeses.
Okay.
Booty cheese.
Okay, so when I went into here, I started doing these cheeses and my picks, and I realized that all of my cheeses that I have relate back to like previous episodes of the podcast that we've done.
Oh, dang.
I was like, ooh. It was like really, I was like, what's going on here? This is some crazy Illuminati stuff.
It's some simulation theory shit. The computer's telling you.
So my number 5 cheese.
What's your number 5 cheese?
It's called Kazumarzu.
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 Right, now you're just making up words.
What is
I
it?
did not make this up.
No, that is a name of a tribe on Survivor.
What kind of cheese is that?
It is a name of the tribe on Treasure, but it's also a cheese. This cheese is it's a cheese that they put maggots on, and the maggots will eat the cheese, and like the enzymes or something on there but you can't if you eat it, they'll still live inside of your intestines. The maggots will.
Do they help you digest? Like they eat some of the poop and stuff or something?
I don't think they help you digest.
Do you poop flies?
No, I think you get deathly ill.
Oh.
But my thoughts are...
This cheese is getting better and better.
Sounds like a great cheese.
But here's the thing. Well, because I picked this as number 5.
Why? Because Framunda's your number 4?
As number 5 because I wanted to make the world aware.
So they don't die. You don't want them to. You don't want them to accidentally.
No.
This is a public service announcement from Paul.
Remember when I said all these went back to previous episodes?
Yeah.
Go back and listen to our alien episode.
Oh.
And then come talk to me about Kazumarzu.
Kazumarzu.
Come talk to me about Kazumarzu.
You guys are going to have to go back and dig.
Those are alien babies trying to take over
your digestional tract.
Why would someone make that cheese?
That's a
Why
great
would
It
they
doesn't
choose
smell
cheese?
good.
Yeah.
I think somebody described the smell as one guy
Putrid?
said it was pungent but appealing.
Oh.
What's that? What the hell is that?
That's like when you smell your own fart.
Yeah.
It's pungent, but you're kind of into
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Or you right butt you smell or whatever.
Can I
Like
Can I
that?
ask you a question?
let me
Have
get
you
a
ever
cup of
had
that.
this cheese?
I've not. I think it's
Oh.
it's actually illegal in I think the United States.
That
And
makes
It's illegal.
some other. Yeah, because
It's an outlaw cheese.
Free the cheese.
I don't really think it's going to pass the FDA.
Free the cheese.
Well, the maggots.
The maggot part of it
maggots,
is probably not
yeah.
going to pass the FDA. But
At first, I thought you said MAGA cheese, and I wasn't quite sure
No,
which was worse.
it's Trump cheese. Maggot cheese.
Maggot cheese.
Kazumachi. That's my number 5.
Okay,
It's
that's a good
cheese that
cheese.
lies
People-
and
That's
sexually.
a good
Aliens
cheese.
are trying to get us through our cheese.
They are.
You would. There was no reason to make that cheese.
Invasion of the body crackers.
No reason to somebody sat down and was like, let's put maggots on this and make cheese.
I love it. What's your number 5, Dal?
First off, I want to say is that sitting here looking at your Bottom Boys Cast. I just realized that's a butt.
It is, yeah, because it's the bottom.
It's our bottoms.
I don't know what I thought it was beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, what did you think it was?
I have
glasses?
no idea.
Yeah, I could see it.
But I
being
just realized
just
that it's
kind of like some accents, maybe.
Okay, that's my fault. That's
it's
my
a
fault.
butt.
Okay, so the
that your
first
favorite
cheese will really
Butt
insult
cheese.
you cheese connoisseurs out there. I'm picking Velveeta.
Velveeta. Okay, but to be fair, great party cheese.
It's the best
It might be
macaroni and cheese.
I mean, if you want shells.
Yes.
Shell that Velveeta shells and cheese. Amber is a big mac and cheese fan.
I'm going to
She
go
loves
on
the
record right
Velveeta.
now.
Yeah.
Shells and cheese, the Velveeta shells and cheese, blows the hell out of Kraft.
Oh yeah.
Much
for
better.
sure. For sure.
It is the creamiest.
Yeah, it's a way higher quality product.
Well, I'm calling bullshit on the
it
best
being a cheese?
macaroni cheese.
Absolutely, it's the best.
But it is thick. That stuff will clog you up.
Oh yeah,
For
no
sure.
doubt.
I've never had that.
How
problem.
versatile! You just throw it in a crock pot, throw in a can of Rotel, and you got food for a week.
That's right.
It'll clog you up. I'm just saying, because I have the best macaroni cheese on my list.
Oh, we'll see.
Well,
We'll
that's
see.
not possible unless it says Velveeta.
Well, my number 4 is real easy, guys, because we already kind of covered it when I was talking about pirates. It's my old friend Colby Jack.
Colby Jack.
I love throwing Colby Jack into. I love throwing him into a pot of chili. Just get it in there with a Frito scoop and some chili, and you get a nice cheese pull. Ooh, I love a cheese pull.
Colby Jack. That's the one that's white.
It's white and yellow.
White and yellow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep, I like it mixed
Which
together.
is aesthetically
It's a thick-
pleasing.
Yeah, and then it kind of melts into like
It'll
this
come off in
nice
chunks
orange.
if you need it
Mhm.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a
Colby Jack
decent
is-
cheese.
Yeah, I like it
Solid
as a cube. I like it as a plank.
That's a
I can
decent
eat a
cheese.
Colby Jack.
I'll give you that. That's a decent cheese.
It's versatile. It's a versatile cheese.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good sandwich cheese too. Good
Yes,
sandwich
absolutely.
cheese. Yeah.
Absolutely. Which one is the Jack? Is it the white or the yellow?
I'm thinking white because pepper jack's white with peppers
Jack
in it.
is white.
Oh, man.
That is right. Monterey Jack is.
Kind of orangey.
Is it?
I think. I don't know. It might be white too.
I think it is white.
It might be white. I think the jacks are white.
That makes
the
sense.
Colby is a yellow.
Pepper Jack. There's
Yeah.
no yellow in Pepper Jack except for the pepper.
Yeah, just the peppers.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your 4, Paul?
Okay. This one, my number 4, Edam cheese. Edam cheese.
Okay, well now we're gonna need the explainer. What's an Edam cheese? How do you spell it first?
Which is important.
Yeah.
EDAM.
A.M. That's kind of what I thought. At first, I thought, is this a snack
E-D-A-M.
that's called Eat
Yeah,
but
that's what I
no,
thought. I thought it was a brand
Edam,
name.
yeah.
EDAM.
Like
And
the Garden of Edom.
the reason this is the
Yes.
where I listed this as number 4 is because it is, if you've ever done crosswords
Yeah.
and you get a cheese, this is the word
I see.
that this is the go-to first
You're giving people
word
a clue.
you should always go to if you're looking for, if it says some kind of cheese. Go eat them. There's a couple vowels in there.
19 down, 4 letters.
Eat them.
Edom. E-D-A-M.
Yeah. And how this one relates.
Suck on that, Will Shorts. We know your secrets.
Eat them.
That's the guy who does the New York Times crossword puzzles.
Oh, is
Oh,
it?
yeah.
That's the editor. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's impressive that you know that. How do you know that?
So I have I do the New York Times crossword app. So like it has all the different word games on it, and Will Shorts, yeah, he's
bring
the
him up on
editor of
NPR all the time.
Yeah, people talk about Will Shorts. Like it's just I've heard of it. Just
I listen to
because, but-
NPR all
Eat
the
'em.
time, and I never.
I figured that out. But here's how.
This is yet again another cheese you've never had.
I haven't had it. I don't
Of
think.
course
Oh,
not.
never
yeah.
had it.
Why would?
I think it comes with like the red
have
on the
tried.
outside. You know, like the.
Oh, that's fancy.
I do
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the wax. Do you
Yeah.
make candles out of your cheese trash?
No,
You
should
don't?
I?
I mean-
make candles out of it.
I mean, use
Is
every
that what
part
that
of-
red thing is? Wax?
Yeah, like on your baby bells and stuff. That's wax. Yeah,
I'm
use
coming to
every part
realize
of the
that you guys
buffalo.
talk about cheeses. How I'm the wrong person.
You don't know as much about cheese as you thought.
I don't think that I do.
I'm listing. Eat them. Here's the deal.
We were
I
supposed to be
said
talking
all-
about wine.
I like the red. Josh, I think it says Josh on the label.
It pairs nicely with the
With a Josh wine.
with the Josh-ish wine.
Uh-huh.
The thing is, here's the deal. Back when it was first done, this is a fact. when they first came out with this cheese, everyone thought it said Edam. EAT. EM.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were saying at first.
That's
Edam.
what, yes.
Yeah.
That's what they saw.
I
That's
thought it was
what
like
they thought.
steak-em.
Yeah.
It's an entire
Ooh, yeah,
Mandela effect of people saying the wrong name for this cheese. Go back and watch the Mandela effect.
This
Listen
is
to
one
the
we missed on
Mandela
that
effect
episode. Edam's another
cheese.
Mandela effect.
Everybody said so. They had what happened is, the guys who made Edam cheese
Edam damn near
went to the
killed
big
him.
crossword people, and were like, "Hey, there's a couple vowels in here. We'll pay you to freaking put our name in the crosswords."
This is not true.
This is true.
It
They put
cannot
it in
be
the
true. There is
crosswords.
absolutely no way
And
that
the big
whatever.
crossword-
There isn't
the
a
big
big
crossword-
market for Edam for one thing, and there's
Big
no
crossword
way
came
that
in.
they went for
Big
product
crossword
placement
came in,
and
they
crossword
picked- so
puzzles.
that they could stop that Mandela effect.
So when I
happening.
see a book that says big crossword, it's not because they blew it up so old people could see it. That's actually the
crossword's trying to
people
take
running
over.
the industry.
Yeah.
They're putting their cheese
Yes.
propaganda in my
Yeah.
word puzzle.
yeah, the big freaking the crossword lobbyists.
This is the greatest product placement
Big
I've ever
crossword.
heard in my life.
Yeah.
It's got 2 vowels in there. We're gonna pay them.
Hey, Wordle.
I'm telling you.
But to be fair, I mean, like if you could pay Wordle to like make Frosty the word, why would Wendy not pay for
Why-
Frosty to
Yes.
be the word? Like
This
that
is-
seems like a smart idea.
Yep.
They need to get on that.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good
Absolutely.
idea.
Oh my God.
Well, what's your number 4, Del?
My number 4.
Is it a cheese you've had?
Absolutely. Okay, mine is my number 4 is easy cheese.
Ooh,
Cheese in a can.
Yeah.
This is
Like
this
Cheese
is,
Whiz?
No, it's
Just
not
call it
Cheese Whiz.
Cheese
It
Whiz.
is not Cheese Whiz. Cheese Whiz comes in a can that you actually spoon out.
Now, Cheese Whiz does make a
Easy
canned
cheese
but
is-
Easy Cheese is the OG
It's
for sure.
yeah, it's the one that you actually push like silly string.
Yeah.
And it comes out. So it's like edible silly string, but you could also decorate with it. If you have a cracker, you can actually decorate it like it's a cake.
Ooh, like you're a little barista.
Is it cake? No,
like,
it's
using the
it's
latte
cheese.
foam.
It's cheese.
It's not cake.
It's
But
not
it might
cake.
be.
Cheese.
We're
But
gonna
you
take
can
a
make
knife
like
to it and see.
you can actually
So-
take chips, Ritz crackers, and actually put little like flour
like being an
on them,
artist,
and then
little art.
put them all together and create your own
a gallery
cheese birthday
of,
cake.
a gallery of Ritz art.
So this is what I'm getting
in,
from you,
putting
Del.
it on the Ritz.
'Cause you are
I like a canned cheese.
promoting. Because kids, they're just going to take those and do that whip it thing, right?
Oh,
That's true.
yeah.
Hell
You could do that
So
with the
you're-
whipped cream. Yep.
Yeah. You're just promoting the drug things?
I
Just
am.
getting high thing?
For sure. Cheese
Just
is so
going and
much
getting
better
high,
when you're high.
Getting high on the cheese?
You know how good cheese is when you're high?
Del brings in the high cheese.
I actually would love some cheese right now.
I would like to clarify that I do not promote
I do.
High cheese?
whipping.
Well, you sure did
What's
pick.
it called?
It's
Yeah.
called whippets. Whippets.
To do that,
There's
yeah.
also a type of dog called a whippet, I think.
There is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I've smoked it.
You smoked the
smoked-
dog.
Yeah.
Not
Asian.
I've
what
smoked
we
some
do.
whipped cream before.
That's what we do.
I had a dog named Cheese Whiz.
Smoked
This
it.
is all coming
That's
around.
true.
It's all a
You
circle.
did have a dog named Cheese
It's not,
Whiz.
but Cheese Whiz is an easy cheese, unfortunately.
No.
R.I.P.
Way to go, Del.
R.I.P.
You're like, I don't promote. Oh, yeah? Well, then why'd you pick it for number 4?
Speaking of Cheese Whiz, go back to our What Do You Do with the Dead Body
Oh,
episode.
yeah.
His ashes were right
Yeah.
here on the desk the whole time. My number 3 actually kind of connects to Cheese Whiz a little bit because Cheese Whiz is generally really popular on a Philly, and my number 3 specifically, I like it when it's on a Philly, and that is White American. I love White American on a
American.
Philly.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily like it on its own all the time, but on a Philly,
I would assume you would like White American.
White American,
You,
white American. He was a white American.
One of our episodes, the fruit episode, he literally said he's tolerant of Hitler.
No, I did not. I did not. I never said that. Oh God.
Go back and listen, and you could tell us.
I was.
Tell me.
I was in character.
White American cheese.
I know, Del.
White
Is it
American.
the only
seem like-
difference between
You
white
took Del's
American
top three.
cheese? No. Okay, you took one of them, but I
Is
put it
the
in
only
a-
difference
I
is
put it in a different way.
is the whiteness?
Well, it's the only difference between white American cheese and yellow American cheese. Isn't it just food coloring?
I think so, maybe, but there's something about it that does kind of feel like it tastes different. Maybe it's in my head.
Yes,
it might be in my head.
I feel the same way.
Yeah,
I'm
but it
with
does
you
feel
on
like
that.
it tastes
Like
different.
those singles?
Yeah.
Those singles?
Yeah.
Okay.
You just slap them on there, melt it in.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, man, get it with some onion and some.
somebody's
Now
looking
we've
for
hit,
good
now we've
cheese.
hit one of
Back
mine.
to the
Somebody's,
steakums.
Exactly.
somebody's looking for good cheese, and they come to our podcast.
White American. You should get white American.
There's nothing.
I told you,
There's nothing
Harvard is my
pungent.
best cheese.
There's nothing pungent about it. It's just silky and delicious.
It's smooth. It's creamy.
Mm-hmm. Very versatile cheese.
Okay. Oh,
Paul, while
Lord.
you tell me your number 3, I'm going to double check our cameras so that we have the angles. I'll be right back. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm listening.
Okay. My number 3.
Mm-hmm.
It relates back to yours.
Very good.
When the macaroni and cheese.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
My number 3 is the macaroni and cheese.
Like the powder
That powder packet. that comes there.
yeah.
The powder packets.
no one actually
versatile.
knows what kind of
Yeah,
cheese that is.
the macaroni and cheese. They say you're supposed to put milk. You don't even have to use milk.
You don't.
No.
You can
you
just
can
use
do
water.
water.
You
Yeah.
can just use water.
You can
You
buy
can just use water.
a huge bag of this stuff.
Oh,
on
really?
on Amazon, you can
Oh,
just
you don't even
get
need
the mac
the-
and cheese.
you
You
don't
don't even
even
need
need
the
the
noodle. You can get your own
elbows?
noodles. You can get any shape of noodle you want.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. That's amazing.
Yeah. It's incredible.
And this relates back to our shopping list for
Into the world.
Into the World
Yeah.
episode.
Why would you not want a big
Yeah,
old bag
you
of
just
mac
get
and
a big-
cheese?
yes.
That'll last forever.
Yeah. This stuff
Keep a
lasts
mouse out of it.
forever. Also,
Yeah.
if you're in a wrestling match, you just throw it in somebody's eyes.
That's true.
Mr. Fuji style.
Yes, and then
This would be Mr. Foodie.
and then in your eyes it cakes.
Oh,
It would
Oh, yeah.
congeal.
It immediately.
You wouldn't be able to get it out.
Immediately.
You'd have to have a really good catchphrase like "Say cheese, bitch."
And the color is just bright orange like a freaking...
Yep. Yeah.
like a president.
This is a solid. You've made a solid case.
I make that one.
I love that.
That's
Yeah,
what
I've
I
had
make.
that. I've had that.
Powdered
I've had
cheese.
that. I've snorted that
Macaroni and
before.
cheese.
I fucking snorted that before.
Have you ever eaten it just out of the package?
Yes.
Oh,
You
man.
have- yeah.
Oh,
That's
like
that's
a, like
the-
a fun dip.
That's got to be like the...
Get a pretzel rod
Oh,
and
it's-
just get it wet and dip it in there like
It's,
fun
it's a
dip.
concentrated taste.
That got to be like the cinnamon challenge kind
Oh,
of.
Yeah,
it's intense.
It's concentrated. Yeah.
It's
I
intense.
wish I
You just
had
dab
some.
it. You just
Wish I
dab
had
it.
some. I have you try it though.
Oh, I've done it before. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
When
yeah.
I was
Oh.
a kid, I did. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
would
just
eat the cheese
dip
out
it
of
in
it.
there like fun dip.
Yeah. Well, I don't.
And then my
recommend
mom would
that,
be
but-
mad because she's got a box,
Yeah,
little
get
box of
a,
freaking.
get a pretzel rod. Get it all wet with your
Yeah.
saliva, dip it in that cheese, and then bite on down.
Oh,
it's just
yeah.
a fat kid fun dip. Like fun dip was already probably a fat kid fun
That
dip.
is the
but,
fat kid.
Yeah. Who are we on? Dell? Is it your number
Dell.
3?
My
Number
number
three.
3. I props on that one. My number 3, you've already said now. It's Kraft Singles.
I mean, but to be fair, a Kraft single is a pretty iconic piece of cheese. It's
And
a
it's
nice
not white
yellow
American.
square.
It's
That's
not
true.
white
Kraft
American.
single's pretty
It's-
specific.
It's American.
It is, but it's also
It's just
a
got the
specific.
food coloring.
But it's
It's also a specific type, like where. I
No,
feel like
the difference
it's the,
between I believe the difference between white American and
It's the
yellow
brand
American
name, though.
is just food coloring.
But
Is
it's
the food
also
coloring?
I believe
That's
so.
what you think.
Kraft singles
Yeah,
are
well,
the
taste the
Gucci
same?
of American
yes,
cheese, though.
yes. Listen,
It's
you can make a
Verizon.
real mistake going off brand
Because
on
American cheese doesn't
cheese
always
slices.
melt. It could just be
Exactly.
basically plastic.
Yes,
Like, yeah.
it's the one that you
You
know
need
is
Kraft.
actually cheese.
Well,
The
those
other
singles
ones,
also will last
Yeah.
for a long time.
Yes.
Especially if you put maggots on them.
You know
Yes.
what I heard about Kraft singles is that they are ready to mingle. I feel like they should do why.
A dating site.
Yeah, why do they not do like
cheese.
why is
Kraft
A
Mingles.
cheese
Yeah,
dating
why
site.
are they not on Tinder?
Kraft
It's
singles
like-
are ready to mingle.
Why
Right
would,
there.
that's a perfect ad.
Yeah.
Just put a piece of cheese on Tinder and you're swiping, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, haha, that's a single.
Yeah.
Why
You
don't
didn't
they?
have to pay. They
why don't
pay
they
for that, do
single
they?
other cheeses?
Probably not.
I
Right?
don't think so.
That's a good point. They guess
Why
they
don't we
slice
have
it, but they don't single
Colby
it.
Jack singles?
Yes, sliced, but not singled.
And that's
Yeah.
going to be 2
'Cause
different
slice
colors.
is too
That would
long.
be Kraft Mingles.
That would be Kraft Mingles. Kraft. Okay, Kraft, hit us up. We got it. It's Kraft Mingles.
Yep.
It's your Colby
Yep.
Check.
Uh-huh.
It's a single, but it's 2.
White
You get it.
American.
And regular American.
White
Jack.
American. Eat them.
White American. You know what? That's it. White American, yellow American, blended together. That's what we're here for, people.
The worst basketball player in the world.
All right. Number 2 on my list. We already talked a little bit about, too. I really went into my cheeses when I got piratey, but
Number 2.
cheddar.
Ooh, yeah, we're getting down there.
I love a cheddar. I
Cheddar.
like a regular cheddar. Don't get me wrong. Mild is fine, but it's a sharp cheddar. Ooh, sharp cheddar. I like the way it hits the palate.
Yeah,
it makes me cringe a little, kind of. Like it's almost sour.
I am so not.
Way to go easy.
Not
Way
a
to go
sharp cheese
easy.
guy?
No,
on your number 2.
I don't know the difference. I don't even know if I'm not that.
There's like a tang,
I'm not a connoisseur,
I feel
obviously.
like. Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that, but I never know what is that.
Whether,
is that
I think that's the
cheddar, or
sharpness.
is that,
I think
I haven't
that's
got
sharp.
into it too
because
much.
I eat the. Cheddar's the one that was my fat boy college cheese block. You know, when you would just open the block of cheese and just eat it.
No,
You
I don't
never
know
have
that.
done that?
Oh, I
Cheddar
I
is
did it as a
kind
child,
of-
but I was extremely poor.
Well, sure, I did that as a kid too because I was poor, and
Right.
I guess that was
Yeah.
probably why I was doing it then too, as I was still poor. But yeah, you just open the block and you just
Oh
go
my
in.
God, I have an honorable mention.
Go
Go ahead.
Kind of the
in.
vanilla of cheeses, really.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but it's got.
I think you went easy, Matt. I think you went easy.
I mean, that is-
vanilla of cheeses.
But are you going to tell me that vanilla's not a top 5 ice cream?
It's
Like,
a
get the
top-
fuck out of
vanilla's-
town.
I-
Vanilla's
I-
incredible.
it's my favorite.
Everyone loves vanilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
not just that, just as a flavor. It's used
Sure.
in freaking everything.
Yeah, but I
Just
can't
to
make a
spice
list
it
of the
up.
top 5 cartoons and not say Mickey Mouse. Like, yeah, maybe, but I love Mickey.
would.
I mean, yeah, I probably would too. You're right. That was a bad example because I'm thinking now and I'm like, what? Like Homer Simpson? He's way better.
I don't know if I've ever laughed once during a Mickey Mouse cartoon.
Oh man, you need to watch
Nope.
the new one. Get on Disney.
Goofy.
Oh, really?
Get on Disney Plus and watch the new one. It's kind of like got some of that Nicktoon, like Ren and Stimpy slapstick to it. And It's pretty good.
I guess those Animaniacs were kind of
Animaniacs
pretty
were
cool.
They were
hilarious.
great. Oh yeah, I love them.
Fantastic. I
Are
love
those
them.
Disney?
No, they're
No,
Warner Brothers.
they're Warners.
Oh, really?
The
Yeah,
Warner
they lived
Brothers.
in
and
the
Warner
tower.
Brother
It's
needs
the
to
Warner
cheese.
Brothers and their sister Dot.
Yeah, and they lived. Yeah,
Oh.
Yakko and
Sorry.
Wacko Warner.
My bad.
It's the symbol.
They live in the Warner Brothers water tower
That's right.
on the
Okay.
on the studio lot.
Well, they look like Goofy.
But
to
every
me.
once
I
in a
don't
They do
know.
while,
look a little like Goofy.
They get out.
yeah.
and-
Yep.
Wreak havoc.
Okay. Well, then I stand by
The
not making me laugh.
Animaniacs. We're zany to the max.
So just sit back and relax.
While Bill
You'll
Clinton
have to
plays the
go-
sax.
Bill Clinton plays the sax.
I guess that Chippendale.
Chippendale
movie
is
made me
good.
laugh.
Oh, that was a good movie. All right, number 2, cheese paw.
My number 2 cheese. Oh man! And this one goes back to the fruit episode that we did.
Yeah.
Fondue cheese.
Ooh.
Fondue
You like a
cheese.
dipping, a little dip,
Fondue
a
cheese.
little dip
Hold
situation.
on, stop.
Fondue.
Is fondue cheese an actual cheese, or
Yeah.
is it any cheese that is melted and you
It's
dip
fondue
stuff in?
cheese. Is
Well, they do
an
some
actual
fondue.
cheese.
Well,
I
they
thought
do
the
some.
thing was fondue.
Yeah, it is, but like
fondue
you do
cheese.
you do stuff to it, like
It's
you
fondue
put like.
cheese.
Yeah, I'm with you because you put
one
like
cheese.
you put like a booze in it.
can't believe
and
you're in
some other
here
stuff to cook it.
Trying to
make
say
it
it's not its
extra
own
dippable.
cheese. Del.
Thinner.
So yeah. So I mean, it's a cheese that you then alter to make into fondue. So
Okay.
those are varieties. There
No, I
are
get
flavor
it, yes.
varieties.
That's
No,
There
you
are
the
said
varieties.
Velveeta, and then
I
you
did.
come at me.
Yes.
I'm with you on
I'm
fondue.
not even
Drinking
quite for sure
fondue?
Velveeta is technically a cheese.
It's probably not.
It's fondue cheese.
It could be how.
It's fondue cheese.
Do you take a date
How?
on a fondue date? Have you done that? Are you a fondue date guy?
I took Laura to the melting pot.
Ah,
Did you? What is that a fondue?
It's a
place?
fondue
Yeah.
restaurant.
They also do chocolate.
They do. It's pretty good.
That's
I've
a
been there
fondue
once.
chocolate.
I've been there once.
That's the kind chocolate is fondue.
We made a fondue
And
at
then
our
you put
house
your fruit
once.
in it.
But the booze or
The
whatever
fondue
that we put in
cheese.
the fondue didn't like cook out as much as it should have, and this was kind of post me not drinking, but not too post, and I was just like, oh, there's a little booze in that.
So yeah, fondue
I didn't
cheese.
know that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never had fondue.
Well, you know what?
Maybe you should have asked.
You haven't even
me
had
and-
it
me and
before.
my
I haven't
wife
had it. No.
That's
And then you
one
come
he's
at
eaten.
me.
to
He's
go to
eating
the
that
fondue
one.
restaurant.
You freaking, I can't believe you even came at me on that.
It feels like
I'm coming
double
at
date.
you right now.
Feels like
Not
it
even a
could.
cheese? Fuck yeah, it's a cheese.
Everything's a
you
cheese.
shitting
if
me
you,
now?
if it
No,
thinks hard
it sounds
enough.
like a so it sounds like
Fondue cheese. Sounds like a cheese.
It's
That's what it sounds
That's a
like.
good point.
Got cheese in the name.
Although cheesecake is a cheese, but is it a cake or is it a pie?
Is it a cheese? Oh, it has cheese in it.
Cream
It
cheese,
does
right?
have cream cheese.
Ooh, they should do that on one of the Is It Cakes
And then
episodes.
it's actually
have a
just a cheesecake, and people just have to
cheesecake.
argue about whether it's cake or not.
Yep.
Love
Well,
it.
cheesecake is a cake.
I think so, but I've been in many discussions where people disagree. They think it's a pie.
It's got a pie crust.
It does have a crust, but
Well, those are
Cakes
the
have
people
crusts.
that say that
They're the ones that tell.
hot dog isn't a
They're the
sandwich.
ones that you ask for a sandwich and soup, and they bring you a hot dog and a cereal, right?
Right, yeah.
They're the ones that freaking.
Go back to our what's a fruit
fondue isn't a
episode, and
cheese.
you'll see how we discovered what's a soup and what's a cereal as well. We're doing an encyclopedia. This is like an appendix to everything.
It was so weird. It's like it was like the Illuminati stuff. When I started doing my cheese, I was like, these all relate back to episodes we've done.
That's incredible.
This is so crazy on my top 5 list of cheeses.
All right, Del, what's your second cheese?
My second cheese is nacho cheese.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
This is good on anything.
I mean,
Good on everything.
Nacho
You can
cheese.
powder it and poof Doritos.
Yeah.
nacho.
So is
I like
nacho
spicy
cheese-
nacho Doritos.
Yeah, nacho cheese is. I can go to any high school, middle school,
And they'll have
elementary
some.
school basketball game.
Get
Go
some
up
nachos.
there,
It'll be
get some
great.
nachos, and it's the best.
It's never bad.
never
You're right.
They mix it with their hands.
Good.
Yeah, if that's what makes the taste. I don't need to know what
Hand
made
mixed.
it taste that good.
If there's maggots in it, fine.
Fine.
I'll eat it. Mm-hmm. It's delicious.
Nacho cheese is really good.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of disappointed it's not on my list. I like to get one Tostito circle, put a little bit of the nacho cheese on there, get a pickled jalapeno, mush that on there, and just, class it up a little. Class it up a little.
I think nacho cheese is overrated.
Yes. You think nacho cheese is overrated?
Yeah.
No, it's because it's nacho cheese.
Yep.
Nacho cheese.
Dear.
It's not.
Paul over here getting jalapeno business.
It has to end.
He's got a chip on his shoulder.
What are you being?
A little salty.
Oh, this is going to end, is it? It's not going to stop.
You think the jokes are too cheesy, or?
Yeah. Too cheesy.
What's your number one, Matt?
All right, my number one cheese is the greatest cheese of all time. A string cheese. Not mozzarella. Mozzarella's fine. My favorite cheese is string cheese. Specifically, a firm string cheese. Low moisture. I like the skim Sargentos. Those are nice and firm.
Yes.
Sometimes a cheesehead can be good. They get a little soft for me sometimes. But a string, I think 80% of what I consume in a day is just firm cheese cylinders. I enjoy firm cheese cylinders that break apart in a string-like fashion.
Yes. Yes, I agree with you that it has to be.
Do you break it into
I string it.
strings?
I do. It's fun
Or
to
you just
string
take
it.
it
And
with
I
the
feel
chunks?
like that alters the taste a little. I will eat it full on sometimes because that's fun too, like to make it break apart while you're chewing it or whatever. But the strings are fun. They tickle a little. Like,
How do they do that?
I think it's just the way the mozzarella kind of separates, right? Because even if you get like the little pearls when you peel it, it kind of strings a little, but I think they just streamline the strands or something. I don't know. Something about how they.
Stringing.
I love a string cheese.
It's good.
Yeah,
I'll
string
eat
cheese.
it. Yeah.
How do they do that?
I don't know.
I can go back to our episode on AI.
It might be AI.
It's AI.
Sure. Paul, what's your number one cheese?
Sure as hell isn't string.
Yeah. Shit. Talking shit on the string cheese.
It's a solid number one.
I mean, wrap a little deli meat around it. Whew.
Number 1. The best cheese of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Cottage cheese. Cottage cheese. It's named after like a little house.
Cottage cheese is just soup. It's cheese
It's
soup.
named after a little house.
It's gross.
It's cheese.
Is what
It's
it is.
oatmeal.
I can't believe people eat it.
It's oatmeal, but
It's
cheese.
disgusting.
It's
It's sloppy.
It's only good in lasagna.
what?
Yes.
Del, freaking
cottage-
cottage cheese. It's named after a house.
It is named after a house.
Here's a fun fact.
Uh-huh.
Fun fact for you.
Is it going to be fun?
It is very fun.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready for fun.
In the and this one
Hands are up. Where's
Yeah.
the fun?
in the 1937 movie Heidi,
Ooh.
Oh dear God.
they actually used the original house where cottage cheese got its name.
Is that real?
In that
Are you telling me
yes.
cottage cheese is literally
In that
named after
movie.
a cottage?
Yeah. Yes. And they and
It's named after the cottage where the person
Yeah.
just would give up making their cheese on the first day and just serve it to
In that movie?
because that's what cottage cheese is.
in that movie, back to our child actors, Shirley Temple.
Oh, yeah,
Straight up.
she was Heidi.
It's going in a circle here. And you know what else? You know what else?
Yeah.
What? 1937? Couple more years?
Paul was born.
Hitler.
Oh.
And
I am
here's
not
the deal.
tolerant.
What do
we
you mean,
talked about
Hitler in a couple
we
more
talked
years? What
about
does that mean?
Would you kill baby Hitler?
Hitler did what in a couple more years?
He may have attacked Poland.
Yeah, he did start the Second World War.
Well, yeah, around that time, but he was already a problem.
He was.
Well,
it's
but
true.
here's what I'm saying. Here's the thing. Yeah, if you go back, to,
I think that blaming cottage cheese for
if
that
you go back
is a
to-
step too far.
you know
I
what?
don't know. It's
go
pretty
to our,
bad.
Go to our freaking fruit episode.
Right.
Go to our fruit. We talked specifically about this. Hitler was lactose intolerant.
Oh, yeah.
Back then, they didn't have a name.
He
for
was
it.
intolerant to
They
tons
didn't
of
know,
stuff.
so they just made him eat it. And what happened was
It would be weird
they're
if he
using all
wasn't
these-
lactose
they're freaking-
intolerant.
Everybody all over the place before they knew there's such thing as lactose intolerance. They just had cheese in cottages. They had cheese in freaking barrels.
In
they had
strings.
cheese everywhere. If they had known about lactose intolerant back then,
Maybe they could have.
Hitler may have not attacked Poland. He may have been cool with Jews.
Do you think that there was a cheese-based Jewish dish that hurt Hitler's tummy and caused World War II?
What? Hold on.
Cottage cheese.
I don't understand. I am not.
Why is it your number one?
Help me with this, guys. I am not lactose intolerant. I've never been.
I have a
lactose
little,
intolerant.
a little.
What is the
intolerance to
worst thing that
lactose.
could happen to you if you are lactose intolerant and you eat cheese?
Shit, really bad.
That's it.
I mean, yeah,
It
like-
won't kill you.
We see
I guess it depends. If you have it really, really, really bad, like you could get the type of like
and you could not shit.
diarrhea type stuff that does really affect you, like some dysentery type.
Could not
reaction.
shit too, right?
It just affects
But
digestion.
yeah, it does. Yeah,
That's it.
Yes, and so people who have like it very severe really need to not eat it. It's kind of like celiacs.
They could get gassy.
Yeah, but then the celiacs, there's like those levels where you got the ones who have the severe reaction, and then you got the people who like, yeah, they get a tummy ache, and it makes them fart. and-
Okay.
yeah, that's
If
me.
that's all lactose intolerance is. I doubt that would turn someone into Hitler.
I don't know.
could freak-
I can't
that's what
drink.
I'm saying.
I
That's
can't
why
drink a
cottage
milkshake
cheese-
without farting.
Yep. That's why cottage
I'm gonna
cheese
kill a whole
is
group
my
of
number.
Are you
one.
serious?
Pretty pissed off.
I do fart when I drink milkshakes. Yeah, I have minor lactose intolerance.
What?
Yeah, ice cream.
So alien to me.
I fart
Yeah,
when I
ice
eat
cream.
broccoli.
Well, yeah,
No?
I fart when I eat beans.
Well, yeah.
That's the musical
Yeah.
fruit.
Yes.
More you eat them,
The more you toot.
Okay.
I
the
mean,
friggin'.
but
Then
Del,
that's why
the more you
cottage
toot, the
cheese
better
is the
you
number
feel.
one.
I had no idea cottage cheese
It
was
could've
actually
saved-
from a cottage.
I didn't either. Little House on the Prairie type shit.
Yeah.
The Holocaust did not have to happen.
God damn it. It didn't, I agree, but I don't know that cottage cheese would have fixed it.
Well, you know what?
Some
It's
bitch
worth
in
a
a
shot.
cottage.
It is. You're right. Everything's
You know
worth a
what?
shot. You're right.
Throw some spaghetti at the wall. See what sticks, man.
You're not wrong. I'm in. Let's do it.
All right, so
Although
my
I think
number
the
one
Italians
cheese.
were bad though, so not spaghetti. Let's throw like
well-
something else.
My number one cheese is the one that all the fans are out there are screaming.
They were just going along with the deal, I think.
It is Provel cheese because Provel cheese allows us to create the greatest pizza on earth.
And what pizza
St.
is that?
Louis
Oh, my
style
Oh
pizza.
my Goodell.
Okay.
Remember when I said that I was going to throw this table? when you
Provel
mentioned
cheese is
goats?
a mixture of two
I'm
cheeses.
fucking going to throw this
provolone
table. If you think
and
that
mozzarella.
piece of shit
Okay,
pizza
and you
is
bring
the
it
best
together. That
pizza
way, it
of all
doesn't
time.
string out.
How did
Okay, it's sharper. And
how
you're
did
able
they
to
combine
cut.
two cheeses and make them worse? I just don't.
No,
get it.
no. You cannot have the greatest pizza of all time without Provel cheese. You cannot have
I
St.
mean,
Louis
I
style
feel-
pizza
I feel like
without Provel cheese.
so.
It would
St.
just
Louis,
be some bullshit
St. Louis is
pizza like everyone else.
is a stain on America just for its existence. But let me tell you, the cheese is an affront to all of us. And I
That
know
pizza.
it's a bit, Del. I know it's a
That
bit.
pizza. Not-
it's
all
not.
of all of St.
Not a
Louis,
bit.
all of St. Louis is
Not
in
a
on the
bit.
bit. Yeah, the whole city is trying
Yeah.
to Andy Kaufman me and make
Yep.
me believe
Nope.
that this is real
Agreed.
cheese.
Nope.
It's not real. They just do
No.
that for tourists.
If
No,
I
no,
go,
no.
if I
Just for
ask somebody,
tourists.
hey, what's the
not real.
what's the good thing about St. Louis pizza? And they're like, oh, it's square.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's great.
Yummy,
That's
yummy.
great. Yeah, I'm back at
I
the
love a
freaking
square.
Yes, it is much.
cafeteria
It is much.
in school. Eating that
That's just-
square ass pizza. That's
Hey,
exactly what
it's aesthetically
it's
pleasing.
cafeteria pizza.
I
It's
mean,
convenient.
They literally
easy to eat.
What's the name of the biggest chain of St. Louis pizza?
Okay,
Del?
Emos.
Emos? Yeah. Is it called Emos because it makes you cry thinking about the flavor? Is it called Emos because it makes me want to cut myself when I taste it?
When I was a kid, my dad would get Emos pizza and bring it home, and it was like this childhood memory of the greatest pizza ever. And I'm telling you right now, I hadn't had Emos pizza in over 20 years,
and so
easily over 20 years. And the last time I was in there moving my mom, we decided that my niece and nephews were really hungry. And so I was like, hey, let's order Emos. I haven't had Emos in like 30 years. And it came in and it was so devastatingly disappointing.
Yeah.
It was, I was like,
those moments.
It's sort of like if you buy a regular like American Pizza Hut or whatever, you buy that Domino's.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this really isn't as good.
Yeah.
That's the way, like you go to Lee's Summit Pizza.
Or
Waldo Pizza.
Yeah.
Which makes St. Louis style pizza. And then like Emos is like the Domino's of that.
Yeah, totally.
You know.
And so it's
just not a good pizza.
It's basically just a chain that doesn't do it right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it doesn't do it the way it used to do it.
Right.
And that happens a lot.
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone liking St. Louis pizza is like that deal where you start sympathizing with your captors.
Stockholm syndrome. We can call it St. Louis cheese syndrome.
It is not. You have a nice St.
That's
Louis
exactly
pizza,
what that is.
The little T-Rabs.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the reason that they make you eat that foot-flavored cheese is because St. Louis is the birthplace of the foot fetish. They're just teaching you from a young age that you're supposed to be sticking them toes in your mouth.
Every time I've been to St. Louis,
stick them toes in your mouth.
Hey,
it's the gateway to a foot fetish.
We introduced the hot dog.
That sounds like
the ice cream cone.
A hot dog? That sounds like 5 little piggies going to the market.
Cheese.
Yeah, foot cheese.
Yeah, this is.
It's all about feet.
I went in the Arch, and they're like, take your shoes off. Like, what? We're going to take pictures of them.
Yeah, they said we need a
when we went to the Arch.
We need a quick whiff. Yeah. Yeah, you can still find pictures of my feet online, and I'm not even making the proper royalties.
I don't know if that's just all made up. All made up.
Probably.
Yeah.
Just like St. Louis.
Not probably.
Just like St. Louis. It's made up.
No, it is, so all of you out there that know that, obviously, St. Louis style
There's
pizza
nothing
is the
I've said
greatest
tonight
pizza.
that's been made up, Del.
Everything I've said's been made up. There's no such thing as string cheese.
What other city's pizza is better than
Chicago?
Chicago?
New York.
That is soup. That is pizza soup.
No, it's pizza casserole. It's
not.
Delicious.
No. It's not even technically a pizza.
It weighs like 10 pounds of toppings, Del.
It's not even a pizza.
But hold on, Del. Let me tell
what
you this.
are you talking about?
It's a soup.
How is it not a pizza?
It's like if you went to Bob Evans and got yourself one of those bread bowls with chili in it, and you called that, a pizza.
Sure.
No.
If it had pizza stuff in it, it could be a pizza bread bowl.
It would be. That's what Chicago pizza is. It's a bread bowl.
But I'm not just talking about deep dish Chicago. I think Chicago's thin crust is better than St. Louis.
No. Listen, you cannot have two types of pizza from one city.
I mean,
Pick
they
one.
did. They
Pick
did
one.
it.
They might do it, but it's someone else's pizza then.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
New York, you get that big old
New
slice.
York's great.
That big old slice.
2 for $5, and you get a Coke. You kidding me? Dang.
New York style.
You know what I think tastes better than St. Louis
I love
pizza
all pizza.
Is bad Domino's.
Bad
what I think
Domino's?
tastes
Yeah, even
better
bad Domino's is better than St. Louis.
No. You're out of your mind.
Now I'm being
Domino's
mean.
Pizza got so bad there for a while. They actually had to apologize in their commercials.
They go, sorry, our food sucks. We'll make it better now.
They're like,
it worked too.
That was cardboard with ketchup on it. It was
bad.
terrible.
The worst pizza is probably actually Chuck E. Cheese, and I feel so bad.
Oh, it's bad
for the robots. Like, why did they retire the robots? That's gonna be my new thing. I'm gonna bring the robots back. The pizza's terrible. Well, now it's just like a sad room with cafeteria pizza.
I almost said
Did you
Chuck
see the
E. Cheese.
documentary on it?
Oh yeah, Rockefeller Explosion with the guy who invented them and the guy who reprogrammed them
with Showbiz.
Yeah, Showbiz Pizza and
Showbiz
how they,
Pizza. Billy Bob.
altered. Yeah, Billy Bob.
That's the guy I grew up with.
So
was Billy Bob.
My brother named his pet ferret Billy Bob when we were growing up because of course he did. We live in Kansas City,
but he wouldn't let him use his robots.
Yeah,
so they had to switch to Chuck E. Cheese.
Yep, they switched it over to Chuck E. Cheese.
AI.
There's still a couple places that have the original Rockefeller band at their restaurants, which I want to go to one. But
There's some guy that's got a whole thing in his basement.
yeah, I want one. I want to buy a.
Hooks them up to different music.
I want to buy, and they do the hey now, Miss New Booty. Get it right, get it tight.
Wow,
well, I think that's our
number one.
Number one is
Greatest.
that's number one on 2 lists. Number one on cheese. Number one on pizza.
And it's number one in your heart, which is probably the most important. I mean, this is a good
top 3 cheeses.
Top 3 cheeses:
cottage, string,
and Provel. Apparently,
Provel.
So mozzarella made it on the list 1.5 times.
It was really close to being nacho, but
nacho's a good cheese and was perfect for the puns. We want to thank y'all for coming along with us as we made this grilled cheese sandwich. I am your snake daddy, your cheeseburger princess, your shit poster, Supreme Matt Keck. Alongside me is the light of my life,
Paul Nacho Cheese Shields.
and of course, our salty chip daddy, Del Iliff. Thanks for listening along. If you're watching the Traitors US Season 2 right now, check out our other podcast, the Master Traitors Podcast. We also have something fun coming up. We did a little Christmas movie marathon, and we decided since Christmas is over, we could continue with some other holidays. So we're going to do a little Groundhog Day movie marathon because, well, you know, everyone loves Groundhog Day. So check that out.
Anything you want to plug, Del? Your hair?
Roasted.
Oh, my
Fucking
God.
roasted. I guess that means bottom boys. Ow!